All right guys, what's up everybody? Just finished a workout here in the morning. It's Wednesday morning, and I wanted to talk a little bit about recovery. For those of us that are experienced in life, meaning over 30 years old, maybe you're like me, you're over 40, maybe even older than me. As we get older, our recovery changes, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's roll the intro clip. We'll see you in a second. All right, so welcome back. My name's Dave, and welcome to the drivetrain. Now, typically, we're out bombing around a track. Maybe we're jumping some big doubles, we're jumping some dirt. Maybe there's a video like my most recent one of my wife setting a new PR on a half marathon. And we've got all kinds of things that we do that are fitness related, and we love it. We love being outside. We love going fast. We love stretching the boundaries of ourselves. And maybe that's you. Now, we're both over 40. We're not young spring chickens. Now, I know there's a lot of people older than us, and we're just the kids, but for the industries and the sports that we're in, typically we are kind of in that middle age range, maybe for me in the upper age range of BMX racing. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about training. Maybe you're like some of the guys that I've seen at the track recently, and you're just getting into the sport. Maybe you're 30, 35, 38, 40 years old. You've got your kids coming, and that's got you excited. You're like, hey, this looks fun for me too. Why am I just gonna bring my kids if I can grab an inexpensive bike and take some laps? What happens next? You go around the track, you get excited, you start to win. You win a race, you win 2 races, you win 3 races, and you start to think, man, if I put a little effort into this, I might be able to have some more fun. I can maybe go faster. Maybe I can get to the intermediate level. Maybe you're at the intermediate level and you're really getting serious and you're like, gosh, like I like this, but I know I can go faster. And I look at that expert class and I think, man, I can do that. So what do? You start going to the gym. You start working out. You find some information. Maybe you start watching these guys up here. You start watching KJ or Barry, and they are great guys to watch. They're going fast. They're having fun. They're making a fun time out of it, but still being serious. And so maybe you watch some of the pros and you see some of the little bits and pieces of their training. Maybe you've watched some of my videos where I'm at the gym, and you get inspired to go lift some weights or go do some strength training. And that's the right thing. But I want to talk for a few minutes about how do we recover? Because recently I've had my recovery slow down. I'm 44, and it's not because I'm 44. And this is the big thing I want you to think about. Right now, you've probably got a full-time job. If you're like me, you've got a couple kids. I've got 3 of them. And then I've got, outside of my full-time job, I've got a part-time job. I'm tech director at my church. And so that's like a 10-hour week job that I do. Obviously, we're making YouTube videos, but you've got a couple things that you're involved in. And more recently, I've added one extra thing onto my list, and that's coaching the girls JV soccer team at my kids' school. And so it's just for a short season, but man, oh man, have I felt the recovery lag by being on the soccer field 4 days a week. So we've either got 4 practices, maybe it's 3 practices in a game, maybe it's 2 games, whatever the case is, we're on the field 4 nights a week now. And so for this short bit of time, what I've found is that my recovery is suffering. So where I used to be able to put in like, some 5x5, I'd hit the gym 4 days a week, and I'd be lifting, and I'd push myself pretty good. You've seen some of the videos. I'm deadlifting, I'm squatting, I'm doing all kinds of things with some pretty acceptable weight on my shoulders, and I'm not recovering from that. What I'm feeling is that the workout is good, but then 2 days later, I'm still dragging. I don't feel like I'm spunky and ready to get back into the gym. I'm still making myself go to the gym. And so now I'm compounding all of these workouts to the recovery, and I'm not really getting recovered. And so I want to talk about this to be realistic. What happens as you go from your 20s with minimal responsibility to now you've got a job that you have to perform at, and now you've got some extra responsibility maybe with kids, And what we're actually recovering from is life stress. Life stress is a huge thing that we don't really factor in. We kind of go on week in, week out, and we're living our lives, and then we add in this BMX racing, which, if we're honest, 3 laps around a track on the weekend, on Sunday or Saturday, is not a huge depletion of our energy. Now, maybe you're not used to being out in the sunshine or out talking with people and mingling that much, and that actually is a part that weighs on you. And so then you've got that added into the races, and there is some fatigue that sets in. But if you're just doing that, and then maybe you've got midweek, Wednesday or Thursday, gate practice at your track, you hit gate practice, and you don't do a whole bunch there, but you get the gates in, and you're not really running the whole track. Then you come back the next weekend. And so that's not a huge addition, but now you're adding on top of your day job and your life, BMX racing and midweek practice. Now you're gonna add some strength training on top of that. Keep in mind how much you can actually recover from. Hugely important. So then now, once we've figured out that we've got this life stress we have to deal with, there are supplements. There's things that you can take, nutritional supplements that you might decide to go down the path of, which you've done some research on, and you find out they might be helpful for you. So creatine monohydrate is a very useful product. It's a great supplement that you can take, and that's gonna help store energy at the muscle level and help hold water in your muscles. Maybe it's beta-alanine. Beta-alanine, a lot of people get it in pre-workout. It's the thing that makes your skin kind of feel all tingly, maybe your ears start to feel like you gotta scratch them. Maybe your scalp gets a little itchy, but beta-alanine, as you're getting used to beta-alanine, makes you feel a little weird, but beta-alanine is great for helping to, offset the lactic acid production. And that helps more for longevity in terms of your recovery. And if you're out maybe racing a Gold Cup or a state race, something where you gotta be out there all day, maybe you're running 2 bikes, you're running cruiser and class, but it's gonna help with that. Maybe you are a distance athlete, and beta-alanine is a huge resource for you. And then you get things like protein powders. As you start to, lift and work out, protein powder is one that can really help to build muscle back up. Now, you don't have to chug protein all day long, that's not the goal, but adding a little extra in can make a big difference. Now, am I saying that you need to go out and just start taking all these supplements? No. Start to research them and see where you're at. There's a lot that can be gained and learned just by adding in the exercise and figuring out what your, is it 2 days a week, or is it 3 days a week that you can handle? Is it just 1 day a week, a full body workout? Figure that stuff out, practice it, try it out, test it for yourself. And start slow, start easy. Don't be the New Year's resolution people that are like, we're going all in and we're gonna go 5 days a week. And they kill themselves the first day or two and they never come back to the gym. Hopefully that's not you. But go easy, start with body weight exercises. I think what I wanna do is kind of make some videos, maybe a little series of how I would start if I was 40 plus and I wanted to add in some strength training into my BMX racing or into my life. How would I go about that? Because I will say it would not be at the gym to start out with. I would start with things that I can do at home, that I can be consistent with, and things that cost very little money. So that's it. I've got to get to my day job now. I've got ready. I've got a meeting coming up, but hopefully you found this video helpful, maybe insightful, or maybe just sparks a conversation that you want to keep going. Hit that down in the comments section. If you've got questions or thoughts, let me know. If you're doing distance versus power training, let me know that. Are you doing weightlifting or CrossFit, or are you riding your bike, or you skateboard? Like, let me know what you're doing, and I'd love to kind of continue the conversation, see what you need, and see how I can help to get you the information that I've got in my arsenal. So that's it for right now. Make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button, and maybe share this video with somebody else that you do sports with, and we'll catch you guys in that next video. Peace.